And today in Washington, President Donald Trump is meeting El Salvador's President Nayib Bukele at the White House. And at the heart of their partnership lies a hardline operation, flying alleged gang members, many Venezuelans and Salvadorans, to El Salvador's infamous CECOT prison. While the president calls them enemy aliens, critics call it a dangerous game with human lives. One wrongful deportation like that of a Maryland resident has even ignited outrage and many legal battles. Our next report talks about what happens when one of the world's most powerful men meets the self-proclaimed quote-unquote coolest dictator.
El Salvador's President Nayib Bukele meets U.S. President Donald Trump today. Their Washington meeting comes amid rising controversy and legal battles, and at the heart of it is a bold, divisive deportation strategy. In the crackdown to deport illegal migrants, the United States deported 10 more alleged gang members on Saturday. They arrived in El Salvador from Guantanamo Bay late that night. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, in a post on X on Sunday, named the deportees from MS-13 and Tren de Aragua organizations. Both these gangs are labeled foreign terrorist organizations by the United States. Soon after their deportation, they were immediately taken to El Salvador's CECOT prison.
Over the past 4 years, 21 million people poured into the United States. Many of them were murderers, human traffickers, gang members, and other criminals from the streets of dangerous cities all throughout the world. Because of Joe Biden's insane and very dangerous open border policies, they are now strongly embedded in our country, but we are getting them out and getting them out fast.
The Terrorism Confinement Center, or CECOT, is Bukele's fortress. It's infamous for its tough crackdowns on gangs. In a video posted online by El Salvador's Justice Minister Gustavo Villatoro, detainees were seen in shackles with their heads down, marching out from the military planes, and then eventually taken to the CECOT prison. These deportations stem from a Trump-era security alliance. Hailing Bukele's cooperation, the commander-in-chief even called the deportees alien enemies. Since March, at least 5 U.S. flights have landed in El Salvador. Hundreds of Venezuelans and Salvadorans have been deported. Many were expelled under the 1798 Alien Enemies Act, which allows wartime deportation of nationals from hostile nations. Now, even though the Trump administration says they have thoroughly vetted deportees, lawyers and families often cite flimsy evidence like tattoos, clothing, or even mere suspicion.
I know nothing about him, and this week I discovered he belongs to the Tren de Aragua criminal gang. If he does belong to the Tren de Aragua, I would be living well, I wouldn't be starving. What they're doing with these boys is unfair. They can't blame them just for having tattoos. My son was a tattoo artist and barber. He used to work with me in Bogota.
The U.S. Supreme Court recently weighed in. It ruled that detainees must receive fair deportation notice. However, it left gaps for those already deported, and one case is especially grabbing headlines. Kilmar Abrego Garcia, a Maryland resident, was wrongly deported. He has lived legally in the United States since 2019. However, in March, an administrative error sent him to CECOT.
This so-called administration error has destroyed my family's happiness, my children's innocence. Kilmar, if you can hear me, I'm still fighting for you. Your brother, your mother, our children are still fighting for you. We're not going to give up hope.
Last Thursday, the Supreme Court ordered his return. But the Trump administration has defied the directive so far. Officials argue they are only required to remove US obstacles, and they refuse to retrieve Garcia from El Salvador themselves.
Is that the one that was not Trent de Aragua, but he was MS-13?
It's the one that they've said needs to come back.
No, but was he MS-13? Because I only know about that. I don't know which one, but if the Supreme Court said bring somebody back, I would do that. I respect the Supreme Court.
With President Bukele in Washington, the question is, will he stand by Trump's side? Or will the mounting legal pressure crack this alliance?
Greeting you with aloha and namaste.
No, I love India.
Presence, occupation of a territory by another country pertains to India, what we saw in Kashmir.
How do you see Trump's America?
Yes, the current administration behaves differently from the previous administration.
Are you saying that there are foreign powers who are trying to bring down the current government in Syria?
Exactly.
Bluntly, Iran, maybe Russia too.
Prime Minister Modi committed to South-South, cooperation.
Not over 50%.
Is Ukraine prepared to pay the price for that peace?
No compromises at the cost of territorial integrity and sovereignty.